Hey, what's going on? Michelle Allen of A Sharp Photo, the one and only plus size certified photographer in the galaxy. So I want to talk to you about kind of my philosophy or my approach to retouching. If you look around, you see a lot of really bad retouching out there, and a lot of that, just to be honest, is not necessarily always photographers. It's there's a lot of apps out there that allow people to retouch their photos themselves, and they don't know how. They're not photographers. It's okay that they don't know how. And then the apps aren't necessarily um, made for somebody to do professional high-end retouching, right? So it just kind of looks mushy most of the time, But I do know that if I look at a lot of my beginning work, a lot of my work looked really mushy because I didn't get it. So the overarching theme or the overall approach that I take when I retouch an image is to make you look like what you look like to the person who's madly head over heels in love with you. All right. So what does that mean? That means that you look perfect, right? But you look perfectly like you. You look like you look on whatever it is your best day. You know how you feel on your best day? Like, I look good today. I feel confident. I feel great. I try to translate that feeling into how you look, right? So, just certain things like you don't change. Like if somebody has freckles, you don't get rid of freckles. You don't get rid of moles, but also you can adjust things that might not be there later. So pimples gone, right? Because pimples, even if you're somebody who has bad skin and you always have pimples, you don't always have them in the same place, right? So I can get rid of this pimple, even though you're going to have a pimple somewhere else next week. Today, we're getting rid of all pimples. You know what I mean? And and it doesn't matter what method you use. If you use frequency separation or you simply dodge and burn, or some combination of the two, you use like a blur layer, anything like that. The main thing that you want to keep in mind is moderation. It should look like it wasn't retouched, and this person just looks like this. That's what you're going for. You don't want it to. You don't want anyone to see or feel the retouching. You want them to look at the image and just see the image, So there's even a case for making sure some things are just a little imperfect, So you do your whole thing, but you make sure you leave some things, because what that does is that tells the person that, well, there's an imperfection here. So because there's an imperfection, nothing else had to have been done, right? This person's a human. I like the way this looks. This is perfect. And I can see, some humanity, some things that would normally be wrong with the normal person. This person doesn't look like, this person is not plastic. I see something there that's like, yeah. I don't care about that imperfection, but there's an imperfection there. Leaving imperfections makes the image perfect. So overall, that is my approach to retouching. If you one great trick is, if you're doing something right, and let's say you go, just so you understand, let's say you retouch and you pull it up to a level 20, pull it back to 18, pull it back to 17, something like that, right? If you get it to the point where you say, that's perfect, that's exactly where I want to be, pull it back just a little bit. Because remember, you've done a lot of work to the image. You've taken it pretty far from where it was. So if you pull it back just a little bit closer to the original, then you've probably done just enough. All right. So yeah, that's it. Listen, stay up, eyes up, stay sharp. I forget my own tagline.